Need for Speed Undercover is all about the chase, chasing, and being chased. And that manifests itself in three ways in the game this year. Through our heroic driving engine, our highway battles, and the undercover arc. So the heroic driving engine is something that we're really excited about this year. This is building on years and years of technology to really come out with what is the ultimate control that a player can have over the car. If you watch Hollywood movies, you see cars doing amazing things that you just can't do in real life. That's what we're looking to represent with the heroic driving engine this year. Everybody wants to be a hero in the game. We've got over 430 different components that we've got the ability to touch and manipulate to really, again, make that player feel like like a hero, sorry. That also extends to our camera work around the car, the lighting on the car, the crashes, the damage. We extend that through to the AI opponents, the cops. All of that comes together to really give you that really action-packed adventure feeling. With regards to the highway battles this year, it's a pretty easy thing to explain to you. This is all about raw emotion, high adrenaline. Picture yourself hurtling down a highway going about 150, 200 miles an hour. You're weaving in and out of cars. You're going to have a guy chasing you through that traffic. You could be chasing another guy through that traffic. It's a layered experience. You throw a fleet of cops behind you trying to get after you guys. Now add more density into that traffic, go into oncoming traffic. You can see that this is just a high adrenaline roller coaster type game mode. We're really, really pumped with it this year. So the third point is sort of the thing that marries basically the narrative and those interactive sequences together. We call it our undercover arc. And what we have this year is a very compelling story. We went back and sort of figured out, how do we tell a more compelling story in our games? And we sort of, how do you take that storytelling and marry it with those interactive sequences? And what we've done this year is we think we've done a great job of doing that, creating one of the best action driving experiences that's been shown to date. So what you're going to do this year is you're going to have the unique opportunity to play through the game as an undercover cop. You're going to be recruited in, you're going to play through, you're going to have to infiltrate and eventually take down these organized crime syndicates. Throughout that experience, you're going to have a person called Chase Lynn, played by the wonderful and talented Maggie Q. She's going to act as your handler, so she's going to help you through that. Chase is going to get you into trouble. She's also going to get you out of trouble. So she's really becomes your only link to the outside world. She's going to provide you with key intelligence, background information on all of these sort of dirty underbelly of this criminal sort of world. With that, you've got to work your way in. You've got to really earn the trust of these guys, prove that you've got what it takes. You'll be sent on missions to do different jobs for these guys. The deeper you get into the story, the more difficult the missions become, the more the cops get involved, and your goal is to stay as undercover as you can, and effectively you can get high enough in that organization where you can end up taking down that crime syndicate. One of the cool elements of the game this year, sort of leaning into that concept of the chase, as an undercover cop, you'll actually be trying to take down different opponents that are on your way. You'll be getting a list of people to get out. At the same time, the cops don't know who you are because only Chase as your handler is the only person that knows your true identity. So it creates this really cool three-way aspect of the chase. You got cops coming after you, you're going after different people. Makes it for a very confusing element in the game, but a lot of gameplay fun. Drifting won't be an actual mode in the game. I think a lot of what's happening with the drifting series these days is becoming a lot more organized. So you're seeing big events like Formula D popping up. That's really where the superstars are. Now, if we lean back to that heroic driving engine, we've sort of taken the best of breed from the past, and we've put that into our concept this year. So if you want to go and hang the back end around a corner, absolutely you'll be able to do that. In fact, the heroic driving, you'll be able to burn 160s, Rockfords, and J-turns, a whole bunch of different things to really help you with that cop experience, as well as getting away from some of the people that are coming after you. For me, I think the most kick-ass thing about the game is this element of the three-way chase. Never before have you been able to sort of chase somebody in the game. Usually racing, you're trying to get ahead of an opponent. This year, people will react to what you're doing. You'll be chasing people down. You've got the cops on your tail chasing you as well. There's some really cool elements. One of the things we challenged the designers with this year was we create this expansive, really intriguing open world, and yet we've had a hard time coming up with really compelling gameplay that takes advantage of that open world. Obviously, the cop experience, that's what the world's built for. So we've got some phenomenal new game modes this year that really take advantage of that open world experience. It's not all about time and getting to a certain place. It's about how well do you know the streets, how well can you drive those streets, and can you get away from somebody that's on your tail. One of the things that we've done is we've built out an area. It's called the Tri-City Bay Area. It's composed of 3 main cities. You have the urban center, which is Palm Harbor. You have the industrial town, which is called Port Crescent. And then you have sort of the seedy underbelly, which is Sunset Hills. All of these are connected by a massive highway system that goes through. It really is the largest fueling need for speed that we've made to date. So we're not quite talking about online yet, but you can expect us to have an online presence, 1 or 2 unique modes to that online space, as well as all your standard racing modes. And I probably just gave you more than I was supposed to, and I'm going to get in trouble for it. So it's going to be out in the middle of November, and we're going to be on all the different systems: Xbox 360, PS3, PC, PS2, Wii, NDS, mobile, anything you can name, we'll be there.